Coming here from Eric. Eric says, hey, Steve, do you have a quote-unquote trophy room or otherwise keep and display any items from your ring career? Old ring gear like the lights, camera, action robe, replica title belts, magazine covers, etc. Man, Eric, I tell you what, I got a closet about 10 feet from me over here to my right-hand shoulder, and there's about 8 Stone Cold Steve Austin vests. The very lights, camera, action robe you mentioned in your email is hanging up in there. But they're not on display, man. They're hanging up there on hangers because they've been retired. I got a couple of belts out there in my safe. Most importantly, that's near and dear to my heart, is the Intercontinental title I won from Owen when I got dropped on my head that night. And I remember that they were going to retire that belt and break out a new one. And I told Vince, I said, well, I'm keeping this one. And I meant I was keeping that one because I damn near got paralyzed in that match and I wanted that belt. But here and there, now behind me, there's my Got Milk poster from, man, that was from 1999. But that's the only, well, I got a Broken Skull IPA framed beer poster over here that all the people from El Segundo Beer signed, but that's not a wrestling thing. I got a picture down my hallway. It's me giving Road Dogg Jesse James a stunner, happened at Madison Square Garden. I was walking down the hall one time at Madison Square Garden, and Vince McMahon was right there with me. And we both looked over and we saw that picture on the wall. I said, man, I sure would like to have a copy of that for my damn house. I can't remember what happened, but somehow, some way, of course, he's Vince McMahon. He's pretty crafty, and he's used to doing business with Madison Square Garden. But Vince McMahon grabbed that very piece of artwork and sent it to my address. I don't remember where I was living at the time, but down the hallway in my house, going towards my bedroom, is a picture. It's probably about, I don't know, 24 by 30 or 30 by 36, whatever it is. It's a rectangular picture. And we're about 6 inches off the mat. Either we were about to hit the mat or we were bouncing back off the mat, and Road Dogg was in perfect position. I remember the roof blew off the building that night, and Vince McMahon gave me that picture. But no, to answer your question, those are the very few things I have. Most of the stuff that I have here in my office is I've got some porcelain signs that I've collected. I've got a Greyhound bus sign from the 40s. I've got Stevie Ray Vaughan pictures. I've got a signed Stevie Ray Vaughan Fender guitar, Standard Oil Company of New York porcelain sign. My antique clock collection, which someone asked me a question about in here. But nah, man, down at the Broken Skull Ranch, I had a office with all my plaques for all the platinum DVDs we made back in the day. But I don't have a trophy room. I wish I would have done a better job collecting some of the stuff from back in the day, but now that I look at it, it's back in the day, so ain't no sense in just sitting there and, having it hang around everywhere. If you walked in my house, you would never think that Stone Cold Steve Austin lives here, because most of the stuff on our walls is pictures of Shona, Hershey, and Moolah. Pictures of our dogs are everywhere, more so than me and my wife or anything that is Stone Cold. And that's the answer to that question.